everyone, I'm Asmi and today's video is going to be full of bird chirps and echoes because I wanted to originally film this video. In a different room, but that did not go as planned. There's like trucks and everything, and this is the only room where I can get away from the weird truck sounds. So I'm gonna film here today. Okay guys, so today's video is a bit personal for me because personally what I'm going to be talking about, I've done these things to myself and they've worked perfectly well for me, and I just wanted to share these tips and tricks with you guys too. So by the title, I guess you are here because you want to know a few ways how you can fall asleep a little easier. Of course, if you want to go directly to that, I'm going to put a minute tab where you can just go and click to that tab and you can just kind of skip all this part, but I want to talk a little bit about my experience and why I went through all this stuff. And it's very important that you kind of realize why you have trouble sleeping, because it may be more than what it looks like. So I faced trouble with sleeping around 2 years back, exactly during this period, March, and I could possibly not sleep. I couldn't get myself to sleep ever. I would be awake all night, just staring at my ceiling till like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And different people have different reasons why they do that. Some people are going through depression, some have anxiety, some are just insomniacs, and that's okay, but I wouldn't say it's okay. You're gonna get through this someday or the other. That's a whole topic for another video. I really want to make another video on that. But it's really important to realize why you aren't going to sleep. It's just some problems with, you know, the kind of aura you're in, the vibe you're getting from the place you're living in. Try redecorating your room, which is one of the tips I'm going to give you, but it's very important to do that and kind of analyze on why you have trouble sleeping. If it's overthinking, you need to do stuff that I'm also going to mention to you and stuff like that. So make sure, and these tips absolutely work for me like magic. I can go to sleep every day now. Like, I don't choose to go to sleep at 10:30 anymore. I kind of like stay awake till 12 a.m. which isn't a good thing to do, but that's because I have holidays and I don't need to go to school every single morning. But if you have trouble sleeping, in these tips, I hope that at least one of these tips are going to work for you. So let's get into the tips. I'm super excited for this video. This is what I think is the problem with most people, is the aura of the room they're living in. So if you're living in a room which doesn't represent you, which doesn't feel like a safe place for you, you might consider redecorating your room. It might just be like, you know, an addition of fairy lights, or just like putting a couple of succulents in the place. I redecorated my room and it worked like magic. My room is basically the one that I filmed in, which has like orange background. That's my room, and it's very warm and very cozy, and I'm the kind of person who likes warm and cozy feels to actually try and get to sleep. Some people might like something fresher, you know, their room should be more open and breezy, different things for different people. The tip that I'm going to tell you actually works for two reasons. One, if you're using lavender is amazing to fall asleep. It calms you, it makes your system really nice and peaceful and calm, and that's amazing to fall asleep. And also it's gonna kind of get rid of all the bad energy, negative energy that's in your room or might be in your room. So what I'm talking about is diffuser. Now the diffuser that I use is a basic, you know, classic one where you put a tea light candle in and you put some water and put some essential oils. But you can also use the electric ones, which you get from Amazon. I'm probably going to put a link of a few of those in the description box down below. If you're having problems sleeping, I would recommend you lavender the most. These are the few of my favorite ones to, you know, make your room smell more homely and cozy. So the ones that I use are jasmine. This is by Pure Nature. And these I just got in a set of 3. So these are rose, lavender, and musk. Diffusers really make me feel super good and really cozy and warm. Already do make me feel really good, and they just make me feel really nice. And I recommend you to put diffusers in at least 3 hours before you go to sleep, so your whole room has that kind of a vibe to it. So it's gonna make you fall asleep a little earlier than you generally do. Another thing that I think works amazingly are pillow mists. Now, I personally haven't tried pillow mists, but I know that a lot of people do try them. So there's a couple of lavender pillow mists that I'm going to put the links to in the description box down below. You can check them out. All you do is just spritz a little bit on your pillow and you can go to sleep amazingly. Okay, I know this one might sound a little crazy to you guys, but I feel that every time I put effort into my skincare and my hair care before I go to sleep, I fall asleep easier. And I think that this might not work for everyone. I mean, different people, different choices, but I feel that if you get out of your bed like a few hours before going to sleep, I'd say like 30 minutes, that's all you need, or even like 10 minutes. Just kind of brush your teeth, wash your face, if you feel like, put a mask on, you know, just kind of do the daily skincare routine and put your hair up in braids. That makes me feel so good about myself that I fall asleep pretty quickly, and I think that works amazingly for me. Of course, different people, different things, as I said in the beginning of the video, but this just personally works for me, and I thought that it might work for you too. Okay, this tip is kind of crazy, but try refraining from your phones, phones, laptops, TV, at least an hour before going to sleep. And I know you're gonna be like, what? But I'm gonna get bored and stuff. So I'm not telling you to quit social media. Everybody should quit social media. I don't even know why we're on there in the first place. But of course we can't quit social media. So what you can basically do is you can surf the social network all day, and before going to sleep, so let's say I'm gonna go to sleep at 10:30, I'm gonna stop being on my phone at 9:30 and kind of just like chill out, read a book or something. And speaking of reading books, that's the best thing you can do before going to sleep if you're not doing social media. My current read is this one, I Hope This Finds You, To the Ones That Could Never Belong by Samika Mehta. I love it, I'm reading it. I have a little cute bookmark too. See, stuff like this makes you feel good and makes you feel rewarded for what you're doing. And so you can read a book like that. Of course, famous books by Rupi Kaur are always there. So you can read The Sun and Her Flowers and Milk and Honey, which are like my favorite books. I read them when I had trouble sleeping. Made me feel so good. I slept immediately, but those are some things you can try. It works for me, might work for you too. I just hope that it does. Okay, so this one doesn't really make sense to me, like why does it help me, but I feel that every time I do it, it does help me in sleeping. So wash your feet before going to sleep, and I genuinely don't understand why this works. I don't know what science it is, but if you wash your feet before going to sleep, that gives you one of the best sleeps. I have never witnessed a nightmare if I washed my feet and then went to sleep. I just don't know why it works, how it works, but it just works for me. Also, try putting your fan on or AC on, because sometimes you might not be able to sleep because it's too hot, and feeling cold actually does help you in sleeping better. If you have a thermostat, put it on a lower setting. If you have an AC, switch it on, or a fan, switch it on, and then even if it takes you to put like a stupid blanket on, just like use that. But being cold is always better than being hot when you're trying to fall asleep. And yeah guys, that's all the tips that I have for you. I hope and pray that it works for you. It worked for me. I hope all these tips help you in some way or the other. I hope I could help you with your little trouble sleeping, because all of these tips work for me. I just want to, you know, help other people. I never do that. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Yeah, bye.